There is no secret to getting rich. People get rich by working hard, having good ideas, pursuing things that no one else dare pursue, taking risks when no one else dare, and just generally being tenacious. However, for many entrepreneurs, including myself, tenacity can be the devil too. The main thing that entrepreneurs experience when they experience success is then they sharply experience failure afterwards. Because when somebody has experienced financial success and that is their first time handling money, is very, very, very unlikely they handle that money well. And now I have been in that situation before. 2021 through to 2023, I absolutely obliterated my net worth. But since 2023, the rebuilding mission has been going incredibly well. Life is back how it should be, and it's due to a few reasons, and I'm going to explain those reasons in this video. What did I do to change my life around from a losing crypto portfolio to a money-making crypto portfolio again? And even in this market, when you guys might be losing money, my business is still operating more. Actually, I'm not even joking when I say it. We're operating probably as profitable or close to as profitable as we have ever been. This is largely due to the skills that I have because I am absolutely sick at my job. And I learned a very key mistake that I made in 2021. And that mistake was not dropping a like on this video. And I'm joking, please do that. But the mistake was I didn't save. I didn't separate the pots. I just kept it all in one giant pile. So when the pile went like that, it kind of sucked. You build a house of cards, it will collapse. And in 2023, I just simply changed one thing. I started saving money. Yes, sure, I do actively invest my capital. I trade it to make more money, but the money that I make from trading, I no longer continue to spiral it up into some crazy 9-figure number. It's pointless. It doesn't achieve anything, and it just results in a sad demise in the end. Instead, what I've been doing is I just take small profits consistently all the time. You might see these like big sexy trades on YouTube, but actually the people that make the most money are the people that save. So I'm here today to tell you about saving and how that can actually change a lot quicker than what you think, even though you think saving seems a bit pointless, putting a pound in a wallet every week. So today I wanted to speak to you about how I personally structure my own portfolio. Now, the long and short of it is I use yielding applications from legitimate and insured companies, or at least very high cash flowing companies that likely would pay out in the event of a DeFi hack. And as you know, if you know me and the channel and you've been watching for a while, you'll know I got affected by a fair few DeFi hacks. It doesn't make me very happy, but in theory I should get my money back because the ones that I was affected by were on Swissborg, and Swissborg are paying back. And this is the value in having a trustable and usable exchange that will refund you if it goes wrong. I want to warn you off using a specific DeFi platform. See, the market in general is like favoring, like I see all these like crypto bros, you see them, you probably think I'm one of them. I'm not. I'm a finance bro. I like money. It's just that I am also crypto native in that I found crypto before I found finance. And what I mean by this is I don't necessarily believe that DeFi is 100% safe. KelpDAO got exploited and they lost $292 million in the past week or so. The problem with using a specific DeFi native platform like Aave, KelpDAO, or all of these other DeFi protocols is that if you use your money on these protocols are not companies. Because the protocol isn't a company, like what Binance is, like what Coinbase is, like what Nexo is. These three exchanges, they're big. They have high cash flow, they have a lot of money, and in the unlikely event of a DeFi protocol hack where they were to lose some funds, they would be insured. So those are the platforms. Because of course, you can't just sit in dollars. If you sit in dollars and you don't actively invest your dollars, you're going to get eaten away by inflation. Inflation is 6 to 8%. And when inflation starts eating away at your buying power, honestly, it sucks. The greatest example that I can give of that to you is in Thailand recently, I bought a house, and housing prices since I bought my house even last year have still gone up about 15%. That's housing market inflation in Thailand at 15%. That's huge. But the thing about all these platforms is on Binance, you can generally earn like 10 to 13%. On Coinbase, you can earn up to 14%. And on Nexo, you can earn up to 13%. These rates are modest because you get a lot of protection. There is also profit in it for the end person that's providing the service. And that's good. You want them to be making some money so that your money is also kind of backed. Because don't forget, your capital when you're using these things is active capital. They deposit your money in a liquidity pool, and that liquidity pool accrues fees from people trading in that liquidity pool. And something that we saw in the past 24 hours was that the market completely repriced DeFi. Because pre-hack, and this is where things get interesting, and this is why I'm bringing it to your attention now, pre-DeFi hack of Aave, the rates industry-wide, because volume had been falling, had been dropping quite a lot, and the rates were sitting around 2.5% interest. But post-hack, all of these rates have gone up to 10%, 12% because there's less money in the pools. And this platform that I'm going to show you in a second, because of the crazy spike in interest rates recently, can now offer 17 to 23% across every single one in a decentralized platform. And for me, what that means is on this balance here of $15,603, since I deposited it, I have now accrued an interest of $104 and it's all fully withdrawable. Now, of course, investing isn't without risk. Putting money anywhere other than your own pocket or underneath your bed or in a Bitcoin wallet, money has risk. Your bank can collapse, the business can go bust. I've seen it happen before. What I look for is insurance and a decent interest rate. That's what I'm finding on this platform. I found it, it's called CoinDepo. I've been using it for a while. And as I will make very clear to you over the next few months, I very significantly prefer centralized exchanges to decentralized exchanges. It is a very important point to make. Decentralized exchanges aren't safe. Anything that involves a cross-chain swap is not safe. We have seen it time and time again in this industry. It gets torn down by people hacking things. And you can only do that with a decentralized exchange. They've got centralized exchanges on lockdown. It's so much more difficult to steal from one. And this platform here is centralized. And I like that. It's been around since 2021. They have $232 million in assets under management. And every quarter, their assets under management is growing about 22.5%, which is huge, which is why I've been testing it out with $15,000. But it's not just depositing that you can do. You can also do lending. And that's where things get interesting. You see, the hack that took down Aave the other day was a lending attack, whereby somebody hacked $290 million of Ethereum, and then they borrowed $240 million of Ethereum against that stolen Ethereum, effectively meaning that when they cross-chain swapped it, they were able to pull out all of that liquidity and just walk away with a bag worth $200 million with like no trace of it being hacked funds because it was all fully legit loaned funds. Technically meaning the loan itself wasn't a crime. What didn't make sense to me about that loan though was it was not a significantly over-collateralized loan. Normally you expect 50%, and this is what CoinDepo is doing, which is why I started testing it out, and I'm very impressed at the results so far. Now, because I have a portfolio balance here of $15,600, my actual initial deposit was about 7K. So on top of that 7K, I've generated about $7,000 of interest since I've been using this platform. And that also means that I can borrow against the value of my assets, which is $15,000. I can borrow $7,800, effectively giving me the buying power of $21,000. And this is where things genuinely get interesting. It's not really an area that we've dug much into in the past on the channel, but this is also a way that you can take money out of crypto tax-free. When you take a loan against your assets, you're not selling your assets, so therefore it's not a taxable transaction. That allows you to withdraw your money legitimately tax-free from crypto by loaning against it. And this is how pretty much everyone dodges tax. If you're smart and you want to hold your Bitcoin, but you want to spend some Bitcoin, this is how you do it. And you might actually be shocked at how good it is to do this because you don't have why am I rich? I didn't sell my Bitcoins. I just loan against them. So although I don't keep everything here and I do just use it as part of a strategy of using Binance, using Coinbase, using Nexon, it just makes up part of that overall thing. And to be fair, doing trading on Bluefin is sick. Where on BYBIT, I now have got 10% infinite cashback on my card, which is sick. And I have spent like $88,000, I guess, on there recently. I got $8,000 in cashback. Sick. But yeah, although it doesn't make up the main part of the strategy, it is part of the strategy. It's like equity release on things. It can be the boost that you need when you need the boost. There are a lot of good ways to get yield in this industry, and a lot of people don't have money right now. And of course, a lot of people don't want to risk yielding. Always investing carries risk. There is no guarantee of safety in any form of investing. Please do your own research. This is DeFi, just be careful. And overall, if you are interested in CoinDepo, check out top link in today's video description. And thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you subscribe. Drop a like on the video. See you in the next one. Deuces.